you said, oh, it's fine again today, didn't you? Somebody did something that actually hurt you, and instead of just saying that, you smiled, smoothed it over, and then carried it home in your chest like it was your job to hold it. You didn't do that because you're a punk. You didn't do that because you're too nice. You did that because you learned somewhere back there this unspoken rule. If I stay easy, they'll stay. If I'm honest, they're going to leave me. So you spent years being the safe one, the easy one, the one who doesn't need much. And you call it love. You call it being a good friend. I'm just trying to be a good daughter, a good wife, a good Christian woman. By being fake, that's not love. That's abandonment. And you keep doing it to yourself instead of letting someone else do it.
Tired of just surviving, ready to heal. Gotta take some action, do more than kneel. I kept blaming heaven.
Let's talk about another lie you were handed and you never got to question it. You were taught that your needs are the reason people leave. Nobody set you down and said those exact words, but somewhere, maybe it was a parent whose love came with conditions. It could have been a church that taught you that self-denial was holiness, or it could have been a relationship where wanting things made you feel like you were too much. Somewhere you learned that the fastest way to stay connected was to disappear. I just feel like that was another mic drop moment. This is why every piece of advice, like just set a boundary or just say no, has never really worked for you. Gosh, I'm just so broken. No, you're not. That advice is just treating a spiritual and nervous system wound like it's a communication skill problem. You don't have a communication problem. Some of y'all communicate too much. You have a safety problem. Your body learned a long time ago that being direct was not safe, that having a preference risked the relationship. Your nervous system did what it was designed to do. It adapted. It found the fastest route back to safety and the fastest route back to you. Erase your want, keep the peace, survive the moment. That protected you then. I want you to actually receive that. It protected you then. It was a strategy that worked when you were smaller, more powerless, and dependent on people who hurt you. The problem isn't that the strategy existed. The problem is that you're now 30-something years old and your body still thinks you're 12. Let me show you exactly what this pattern looks like, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's checking your phone 4 times after you say what you actually need because you are terrified of the reply. It's explaining your no 5 different ways so that nobody has the room to be upset with you. Being in a conversation 2 hours past when your body told you it was done. It's apologizing for a feeling before anyone even asked you to. Self-abandonment isn't one big betrayal. It's 1,000 tiny surrenders. Sit with it. Self-abandonment is not one dramatic moment where you sold yourself out. It's the accumulation of 1,000 small moments where you knew what you felt and you overrode it anyway to stay acceptable, digestible, tolerable. Now, let me bring in some spiritual truth, because we can't heal this by nervous system regulation alone, and we can't heal this by spiritual bypassing either. Both pieces are real. Biologically, your nervous system reads relational disapproval as danger. When someone might be upset with you, your body can respond the same way it would to an actual threat. Your heart rate shifts, your chest tightens, your jaw locks, your breath goes shallow. Baby, this is not you being dramatic. That's a body that learned disapproval equals danger. It is responding exactly how it was trained to respond. Good soldier. Spiritually, I'm so extra. Spiritually, that same body was never designed to carry the weight of managing everyone else's emotions. Do you hear me? God did not create you to be the emotional thermostat for every relationship you're in. Selah. Or Selah, however you pronounce it. That job was never yours. You picked it up because you felt like that was the only way for you to stay loved. Carrying what was never designed for you is not devotion. It is exhaustion wearing a spiritual costume. Happy Halloween. So here's a framework I want to give you. I call it the 3 questions self-loyalty test. Before you say yes to something that costs you, ask yourself these 3 questions. Question number 1. If I knew they wouldn't be disappointed, would I still want to do this? That question is going to strip the fear out and show you what's actually true underneath it. Question number 2. Am I doing this from love, or am I doing this to prevent them from being upset with me? Real love and fear-driven appeasement can look identical from the outside. They feel completely different on the inside. Question number 3. What will this cost me? Emotionally, physically, spiritually, if I say yes? Not what will it cost them if you say no. What will it cost you if you say yes? And here's the piece almost nobody tells you. The hardest part ain't even saying no. The hardest part is surviving what happens after you say it. The guilt, the silence, the urge to run back and over-explain or apologize or fix it. That guilt is not proof that you did something wrong. That gift is often just the discomfort of leaving an old role behind. Your body is confusing discomfort for danger. Danger is threats. Danger is coercion, control, retaliation. Discomfort is a knot in your stomach because someone might be a little disappointed in you. Honey, you can survive someone's disappointment. What you cannot survive is another decade of disappearing. The goal was never to become selfish. The goal is what I call self-loyalty, staying loving toward others without abandoning yourself to do it. You are allowed to be compassionate without becoming responsible for how everyone else feels about your existence. Now, as a woman who survived a toxic mother, abuse in the church, and rejection that I never asked for, I help women heal the wounds they were taught to keep secret. Self-abandonment was one of mine. I know what it costs to build a whole personality around staying easy to keep. I know what it's like to come back to yourself after that. Everything I just walked you through, the 3 questions, the guilt versus danger distinction, the biology and the spiritual truth behind it, that's the surface, right? That's enough to start noticing the pattern. It's not enough to fully dismantle that thing. That takes structure, and it takes going deeper than one YouTube video can hold. If you are ready to begin the deeper work, you can join my Clarity Reset. It's in the description below. That's my 7-day self-paced program. If you've been wanting to work with me one-on-one, you should start there. This is going to walk you through identifying where the pattern started, retraining your nervous system's response to someone else's disappointment, and building the kind of self-loyalty that does not collapse the moment somebody gets upset with you. Who cares? Before you close this video out, I need you to do something for me. Think of 5 women in your life right now who look completely fine on the outside and are quietly abandoning themselves to keep the other people around them comfortable. Send them this video, 5 women. Not because it's a good video, because it might be the first time someone tells them the truth instead of just giving them another tip about setting a boundary. You understand? I want to know, where did you learn that your needs were the reason people leave? I want you to comment it below. I keep looking out the window, y'all. The skies are gray. Comment it below. It can be a sentence, a memory, a moment. Doesn't matter. Y'all know I read all of my comments. I will respond back. You're not the only woman that's going through this, and other women that are watching this video need to see that you did not abandon yourself because something is wrong with you. You abandoned yourself because it kept you safe once before. It is time for you to come back home to you.
I kept blaming heaven for what still bled in me, but the bruises had a name and they came from deep. So I let it surface, I let it speak. Hands